This is a video chart presentation of Banro Corp. Banro trades on the Toronto Stock Exchange on the ticker BAA. This chart's been in a pretty healthy downtrend, just catching the last 6-7 months of it in this chart. But late in 2012, this chart was trading up near $5 a share, and it looks like it's trying to find a bottom after striking 43 cents in December. Made new higher low around 53 cents this month, and it's trying to push higher to break through a resistance point at 76-77 cents in a bid to make the next leg up and start to make some higher highs. MACD is rising right at that point where we want to see it break through zero. It's always a key point for the MACD. It's probably the most commonly used gauge of trend. It's important for this indicator to move above zero. That's why technical traders call it breaking the money line, and then hold above that point. You can see back here, late in 2013, made the move. Real nice climb. The stock added about 50% or so. But when the MACD came back down to that 0 point, that's where it really needed to hold. It was sitting on a support level. It caved in, broke down through it, and of course price per share made a new low. That's why we'll be watching for the idea of the MACD to move into positive territory and then hold that position. The slow stochastics is telling us that the chart's trying to gain some momentum, but fighting right at that 50 point. It's kind of a benchmark point between bullishness and bearishness for momentum, the same way that 50 is for the RSI. So while the chart's trying to pick up some steam, we see it stalling out at a neutral level. That, of course, is tying in with the idea that the chart's fighting a resistance point. The money flow index has been climbing with the price per share, is actually holding above 50. You can see the MFI 14 at 56.7, putting it in a slightly bullish position and telling us that people are gradually paying higher prices for the stock. So again, it's a nice look at the MFI. As I mentioned, relative strength index, this is the 14. You can see it's registering a 53. It's a pretty neutral spot for it. We definitely want to see it holding that position on the upper half of the indicator and even putting some distance between the current mark and the 50 point to show that the bulls have control of momentum in the chart. So a quick look at the indicators shows us the chart's trying to go bullish, and that goes along with the idea of it making a higher low. And what we'll really be watching for is a support level at 60 cents to stay intact. As I mentioned, there is another one down here around 53, 54, and there's a true bottom down here at 43. But in order for this to continue this upward progression, I'd really want to see the chart hold 60 cents and continue to put pressure on a resistance point right there around 76, 77. You can see going back historically how that area has served as support and resistance. And so far in 2014, it's definitely a point the chart's had a hard time moving through. Now closing at 65 cents on Thursday, if it does make that break, there's a nice upside to any resistance, which I see coming in there around 95 cents, with the next level above that all the way up these old highs around $1.20. So technically speaking, there's some nice gains to be had if this resistance can fall. Volume is decent in this play, 443,000 shares traded on Thursday, which was an uptick over previous days, but the stock can certainly trade a lot more than that as well. And that's what I'll be looking for on the break of resistance. See, it's not uncommon for this to trade more than 1 million shares. We want to see buying pressure to break through resistance to solidify the idea that this is indeed a true bottom for the chart, and we're going to start to see an upward channel of higher highs and higher lows be made. So those are the things that we'll be looking for in the BAA chart. But as always, it's merely my interpretation. I'm not a financial consultant. Strongly encourage you to do your own proper due diligence. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Please visit the allpennystocks.com website to view the full disclaimer disclosure, and do not base any investment decisions on any material found on the website and/or this video chart. No person employed by All Penny Stocks is a registered investment advisor or licensed broker-dealer. Thank you for watching. Trade smart.